Alright, I actually got the chance to pull a bunch of deck lists from everybody on Facebook. If you guys have done well with your deck, feel free to send it on in. If you've done well locally, I'd like to hear about it, because there's just been a general disconnect between information on that. So, we have some interesting stuff to cover here. So the first list here is from my friend Daniel Marino Smith. This man, he always plays the most roguish decks that I always get the chance to see. And we actually have a Photon Galaxy list from him. So, and of course, nothing shocks me more than seeing my boy Buster Whelp represent out here, even in Galaxy. So, what deck do? Deck do a full combo. Deck make Dragon Buster Sword on Monster. Opponent go, guess I lose. The sad thing here is a majority of these, except for Dingrisu, is in fact light. So, you will be able to equip a light monster with Union Carrier, but the only real thing that you're going to get the chance to do is Buster Whelp on the Dingrisu. Yeah. So we have 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 1 copy of the Dragon Buster, the Destruction Sword, triple copies of Effect Veiler, triple copies of Phantasmate. You are playing Galaxy, so some of your hands can look like butt. You will get the ability to filter, though, and correct some of those options if you play against Link decks, which is acceptable. We have triple copies of Galaxy Brave. If this card is in your hand, you can reveal a Photon monster in your hand. Special summon this card. Its level becomes the level of the Photon monster. Alright, so basically, if you have to reveal something little, that kind of stinks, but whatever. I'm not even going to complain about this. 2 copies of Galaxy Knight, the classic. Triple copies of Galaxy Soldier. Being able to tutor for literally any Galaxy card in our deck is still good. 1 copy of Lone Fire Blossom. Triple copies of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. 2 copies of Nibiru. 2 copies of Photon Advancer. If a Photon monster is on your field, and special summon this card from your hand. Alright, and of course you can only special summon once per turn, but that's fine. The best card in our deck, Photon Orbital. During your main phase, you can target a Photon or Galaxy monster. You can equip this card from your hand to it. It cannot be destroyed by battle. You get a 500 boost. And then you can send this equipped card to the graveyard to add a Photon or Galaxy Eyes monster. So it's our Rhoda that interacts in a really weird dimension by having to be sent as an equipped card, but that's fine. We have 1 copy of Photon Thrasher, triple copies of Vanisher. Spells are pretty basic stuff. We have triple copies of Expedition for the special summon. 1 copy of Trance. Pay 2k, target a Galaxy monster in your graveyard. Special summon both it and 1 Galaxy monster from your deck with the same level. Yeah, no problem. On my way. It's so good. We have 1 Monster Reborn, triple copies of Sanctuary, special summon 2 Photon tokens in defense position. Well, that's easy. I can't use the tokens as synchro material. Shucky darn. I'll just link out with them, because they do meet the requirements for Soul Flare. Alright, we have 1 Rhoda and triple copies of Trade in here. Extra deck shenanigans, we have 1 Union Carrier, 2 copies of Soul Flare Dragon, 1 copy of Bujinki Arashima, 1 copy of Starleaf's Photon Blast Dragon, 1 Galaxy, 2 Galaxy Lord, number 90, 1 number 62, 1 Hope Harbinger, 1 Galaxy Ice Full Armor Dragon, 1 Dingrisu and 1 Cipher Blade, with 1 Nova, 1 Infinity, and 1 Nakaba. Side deck here is 2 Lancia, 1 Scythe, 2 Lava Golem, 2 Token Collector, 1 Feather Duster, 2 copies of Twin Twister, 2 copies of Xyz Import, and 2 triple copies of Artifact Sanctum, wrapping up Mr. Daniel Marino Smith's topping deck profile for everybody for Galaxy Eyes. I don't know what else to say. I always see this deck do well. It's below tier 2, yes, but it's always nice to see that this deck is well respected and loved by the players that do play this deck. So I think that's the thing I always enjoy most. Like, there is that dedicated Photon Galaxy player base, and they're always finding ways to try to evolve this deck. So very, very, very happy to see that this got some love. Next up is Head-to-Head Battles 25th place list out of the Extravaganza. Now, a lot of you guys have probably already seen this. Susu sent this over and said, "Yo, Robbie, cover this. I'll hug you later." I was like, all right. So, what do? All right, so you got the standard Gren Maju access engine. You have the OTK engine in the side deck for your opponent. You also get access to Zexal by sighting in this package. Outside of that, you just kind of roll blind second, aim to break boards. We have the main deck Kaiju package in here, no problem. Outside of that, we're just on a lot of good cards. So we have triple copies of Alpha, Master of Beast, triple copies of Artifact Lancia, triple copies of Danger Bigfoot. Trust me, watching Bigfoots come down or even getting to rip things out on the field, this card's so good. Triple copies of Danger Thunderbird, one copy of Jackalope, triple copies of Shifter, the hand trap that nobody really wants to play, but when it resolves, it's gosh dang good. We have one Pankratops, two copies of Doggeron, the Mad Flame Kaiju, triple copies of Eater Millions, two copies of Godarlo, two copies of Gameciel with triple copies of Gizmek Orochi, one copy of Glyph, the Phantom Bird, with triple copies of our Wincon, two copies of Hextrude, one Lava Golem, and two copies of Necroface. Spells, we have triple Lure Darkness, one D-Fissure, triple copies of Forbidden Chalice, triple copies of the Golden Castle of Wincon, because nobody's playing back row removal, so they can't ever attack. I think that's the funniest thing about this card. Like, its mere force repulsion effect is so broken. We have one Feather Duster, two copies of Interrupted Kaiju, one Monster Reborn, triple copies of Pot of Desires, one Raigeki, one Terraforming, and triple Trade-In. Hey, look, it's value. Alright, extra deck here. We have one Pentastag, one Utopic Zexal, one Drug Bullion, with the one Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord Dragon, one Pain Gainer, one Seven Sins, with the Gates, you have one of each, one Hope Harbinger, with one copy of Numeron, one AA Zeus, one Dingrisu, and one copy of Vanitas. Side deck here, we have triple copies of Numeron Wall, two copies of the Numeron Calling, triple copies of Numeron Network, with triple copies of Twin Twister, triple Imperm, and one copy of Macrocosmo. Wrapping up Susu's deck profile here. Now, like I said, very basic stuff here. We're a good pile of cards. We have the Danger Engine to increase consistency. We have the stupid Golden Castle BS to make sure that we can deck thin. Set up for our Gren Maju. Oh, and our entire deck is Gren Maju, by the way. And to top things off even more, you also have access to Zexal in your side deck to ensure that you can get off that lock if you need, or that generic OTK. Depends on which mode you're going first or second, but I do like the amount of initiative that was put into building this. So this is definitely a pile of cards, and it works gosh dang well. And then last but not least here, we have a cute little Shaddoll Dogmatika deck that was sent to me, and I do think that this is kind of cute for what it aims to do. Do keep in mind that we're now getting Genesis Impactors in about 2 weeks in the TCG. We have it across the pond in Europe at this point in time. So you will get to see the additional Link 1 Light Monster seeing play now, which definitely helps out the deck to some degree. So we have triple copies of Gamma, one copy of Cyframe Driver, triple copies of Ash Blossom, triple copies of the DD Crow Machine, triple copies of Rush Shaddoll Wendy, two copies of the Shaddoll Beast, two copies of Squamata, two copies of the Hedgehog, with one Falco and one Dragon. Pretty basic stuff here. The only other thing I would see is maybe you want to side the Dragon, but I think that kind of takes away from what we're doing here. We have one Ariel, one Ecclesia, and one Fleur-de-Lis. Spells, we have triple Nadir Servant, triple copies of Shaddoll Fusion, triple copies of El Shaddoll Fusion with the one Magicalized Fusion. Fusion summon one monster from your, or one spellcaster from your extra deck by banishing the materials listed on it from your hand or graveyard. Yeah, that's easy as pie in this deck. We have one Called by the Grave, two copies of Cosmic Cyclone, with the one Rush Shaddoll Incarnation, one Schism, and one Dogmatika Punishment. Extra deck down here, we have one Gravity Controller, one Secure Gardena, one Owl Mirage with one Omega, one copy of Venintis, one Five-Headed Dragon with one Grista, two Winda, triple Construct, and triple copies of Ep Clone. Side deck here, we have two Nibiru, triple Denko Rekka, triple Artifact Lancia, triple Radion, with one Feather Duster, and triple copies of Super Poly. Rounding out your chunk of deck profiles for this video. Definitely some more interesting stuff. I've definitely got a lot more interesting things to come. And I hope we are on the verge of a ban list here soon, because we need some change. So you guys think? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces later. Take care, guys. Peace out. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.